Hey, Sir Joey, you ready for today's review?
Yes, I am serious, the malcontent.
Whoa, hey, in real life, you can't really list someone's issues or disabilities like you can in your game.
Okay, malcontent.
What? I am not malcontent.
Reprobate, then.
I hardly use rebates.
I don't think that means what you think it means, villain.
Anyways, what should the viewer do if they want some more video game action?
Subscribe to someone else.
Listen here, you little f***.
Okay, fine. Viewer, and yes, that's singular, subscribe to him, please, so he shuts it.
I regret having a co-reviewer. You should go back to your game like now-ish.
I am the host now, unless you want to go from being serious to seriously crippled.
I knew I should have had Sir Hilda the Dwarf on. You're out of here, bud. You're nothing but a clump of pixels to me and my mighty editing program.
No, I will have my revenge. One day you'll see. You will pay. You haven't seen the last of Sir Joey.
Hey guys, excited to be here today to review Rogue Legacy 2. It's still in early access, so just keep in mind that a lot of the things that we see now may change. I am not scoring them or grading them right now, just because it doesn't seem very fair. I played Rogue Legacy 2, so you don't have to yet. I enjoy early access games. You can usually get them for a bit of a discount, you get to support the developer and potentially offer feedback, and it makes me feel like I'm part of something more. So when I heard one of my favorite roguelike games was getting a sequel, I had to get it right away. Rogue Legacy 2. Oh boy am I conflicted. If you haven't played the first one, let me explain a little bit. You're a knight, you want your castle back, right? It's infested, you attempt to get it but die. Thankfully you have kids. Some of them are handy capable. Some are gifted genetically. Some have 10 HP and will die if you sneeze at your monitor. It is procedurally generated and will feel comfortable to anyone who played Ghosts and Goblins or other classic side-scrolling action titles, with some Metroid or Castlevania-style exploration. It's a simple and fun formula, and it is improved here. Usually I grade my reviews, but as this is so early access, just remember I'm not going to do that. I will release another review when the game is finished. It's just as fun as the first one, but feels really unforgiving. I found myself constantly dying due to unforeseen enemies or traps when entering a room, and though most of my deaths felt justified, sometimes I was just plain unlucky. You might expect that from a game like this, but it happened pretty often. You will not feel all powerful in this current patch. Even if you unlock and upgrade the full tree and get the best gear, I constantly had to treat my runs like a war against attrition. Whether this is intentional or not, it's too early to tell, but you simply cannot rush ahead in this game. I did enjoy the action. If you played any Metroidvania game, this will still fit like a glove. The Barbarian and Wizard return in this one, and they have very distinct feels unlike the previous game. Wizards can attack through walls and move while they do so. And Barbarians have an awesome spinning jump attack and a useful AoE freeze shout which destroys projectiles. If you get this game, I recommend using the Barbarian class highly for the difficulty increase. The new Archer class is fun too. Aiming with a mouse and sniping an enemy midair felt great. I wish I could say the same about the rest of the controls on keyboard. Difficulty. Yeah, it's difficult. If you're a masochist or a sadist with a friend, you will get your torture kicks here. You can adjust the difficulty at any time by turning off your controller and using a keyboard and mouse. Play this one with a controller, trust me. As you probably picked up a minute ago, you will die a lot. This is how much I died in a single hour when starting out, and I'm good at this type of game usually. You will jump into a room blindly and fall into a spike pit at some point, I promise. Some songs appear from the first game, and there's a couple new ones. So far that's good enough. The first game had a few bangers, but if they will return remains to be seen. The music fits the theme, and though it can be a bit repetitive, it's still enjoyable. One suggestion to the developer would be to add the jukebox room from the first game as an upgrade in the town. So then you could select tracks you want to listen to in the castle. Bonus if you can queue several. You're welcome for the killer idea, Cellar Door Games. Post my review on Twitter and we're even. Sounds from jumping, attacking, getting hit are routine. But the sound of one of the heirs who has irritable bowel syndrome farting when they jump randomly is pure gold. I'm not one to look past a good fart joke, and it usually made me smile since it happened so unexpectedly. Graphics. Here's a place where they improved a lot. Textures look higher resolution and a bit more cartoony. Background lighting and light sources look more dynamic. It's a matter of taste whether or not you will enjoy this more retro styling, but I'm for it. Value. This is the hardest area to judge currently. If it's anything like its predecessor, it will have loads of value. The one thing that can be said is since it's currently discounted, that it gains a little bit of value there, but you might only get 10 to 15 hours of gameplay as it is now, and that's being generous. Bugs. Once or twice it crashed on startup. I also encountered a potentially problematic bug, where the displayed gold collected stopped updating during my castle upgrades, and also became inconsistent in my wallet versus the shops, leaving me unsure of the amount of gold I even had. Summary. While I want to really shout from the rooftops that Rogue Legacy 2 is going to smash it out of the park, I cannot recommend to buy it this time. Some quality of life improvements have been made, such as if you have enough gold to buy items or runes while upgrading your castle, it will alert you with a banner in the bottom right. Classes feel more distinct and have more varied playstyles now, which will definitely add some spice to the game. A nice resolution boost to the graphics is welcome. The new traits they added are fun, and the ability to take a negative trait and get bonus gold adds a great element of risk versus reward. The frustrating element still exists, however, that you will happen along a treasure chest occasionally with no possible way to grab it, simply because you didn't have the right trait. I really wish they would fix that. The skill tree and current items are limited, and there's only one boss with a more difficult clone of that boss with slight variation, so beware of that if you insist on purchasing now. While it looks like they are striving to beat their last performance, there just simply is not enough content at the moment in Rogue Legacy 2. When the next big update happens, I'll take a look again and make another video whether or not you should buy. I recommend to keep it on your radar, but for now put it on the back burner.
Hey, Sirius, I told you I would have my revenge one day.
No, this is impossible. You can't be here. You're dead. You're dead.
Tell them to buy my game early to support it, or you will be the one to be edited into a wheelchair.
There's this thing called journalist integrity.
You get what you deserve, Sirius. He's totally getting sued for animating me like South Park, isn't he?
Hey, what's up? So thanks for checking out the video. I had a ton of fun making it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and you made it this far, so if you could, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button, please. It does help out a ton with YouTube, and I eventually want to be able to pass up IGN. That's my goal, so help me reach it. Thanks. Have a great day.